hour of the show there because we were talking about the eclipse, and we were talking about aliens, and we were talking about all kinds of good stuff. Um, the
Including what
house is,
scares you to death.
yeah, well, they're actually going to have open hearings for the first time in 50 years. Let me shut this off. Hold on. Dismiss, mute, pause. All right, there we go. And it keeps, when you first turn YouTube on, it comes right up. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Southwest Florida TechNet. My name is Ian, KO4EFS, and my co-host may be in later as he is at a ham convention this weekend, and he'll fill us in about that hopefully sometime during the show. He's going to try to pop in mobile or portable or something out there, so we're going to check that out here in just a little while if he's able to get in. But in the meantime, we've got a lot of stuff going on tonight. I'm going to open this up. We're going to try to help some people, a few different people with some problems. And then we're just going to work some FT8. The number one thing that people have requested that we do here on the TechNet, the number one thing is to work FT8. They want to see us working FT8. I cannot believe that stupid camera up there, man. It's like it's constantly recycling, and then boom, I lose my feed from it, and what a pain in the ass that is. So let's just go to this view here. All right, so there's a lot going on this week, and I do want to start. Normally, I start right in with the tech, but there is something else I want to start with first, and it's something I just talked about over on the FM radio. On the commercial radio, if you will, and that's the lunar eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse coming on Sunday night. I know probably most of you already know about this, but just to run through it real quick, and then we'll talk about it more in depth at the end. But this lunar eclipse, these times are for you here locally in the Southwest Florida area. Your times may vary if you're out of area, but not by very much. But this is it's going to be a particularly good one for several reasons. Number one, we're traveling not quite through the center, but close to the center of the shadow. That means we're going to have a long totality. We actually have about, I believe it's about an hour and 24 minutes of totality, which is a lot. That's quite a bit. And you compare that to the solar eclipse, where if you get 4 minutes, you're rocking. But anyway, so that's going to be pretty cool. And another thing that's going to affect this is there's a lot of ash in the atmosphere right now due to some volcanic eruptions around the globe. That's going to end up creating a situation where we're going to see a redder than normal moon. And then, as I said, a longer than normal totality. So I think this is going to be a good one. The third factor that makes it good is I do believe that the timing on this one's pretty good. It could be a little better, but it's going to happen fairly early in the evening. Now, for a lot of us, I know midnight's pretty late, but we get into totality just after 11:30. You'll see the whole thing is pretty much red, and then by 12:11, you're going to see its darkest state. And so, like I told everybody on the radio earlier, at 12:30, at 12:15, you could go to bed, because it's not that all you're going to see is the same show backwards again. But definitely, this is something that's worth seeing if you've never seen a lunar eclipse. There's one more coming up. Um, let's see. There's one more coming up November 8th of this year, and then the next one is not till March of 2025. So they come up less often than Christmas. So you might want to take the opportunity to catch this one. As I said, it's coming up this coming Sunday. All right. Other than that, not a very busy contest weekend, but we'll get to all that later as we go. Trying to think, is there anything anybody else wants to bring up? Any announcements or anything anybody wants to bring to the net first before we get into the tech?
The TechNet. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, there he is. Hey.
We are having the park meeting tonight. We're making balance, apparently, a one-to-one transformer. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know anything about balance, so I'm excited for this one because maybe I'll learn something. But I'll be there. I may or may not put the camera up. I'm probably not going to have it like we had it when we were doing the antenna build night where y'all could talk and hear out, because that was kind of distracting. But I am going there, so I just wanted to say that. And,
Well, even if you just give us a view of what's going on, I'll just feature your video for a few minutes and we can see what you guys are doing. But it's completely up to you. Whatever you're able to do is fine.
I'll do that.
Yeah, but that's cool. I do appreciate that. I'll go ahead and announce this now. We got the node working. And then something weird happened last night. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speculate, but something weird happened the last night for the net. I did still get to talk to everybody, and we did still get to finish up and clear out. But I don't know. It's weird, but the node is working. Joseph built the node. It was mailed to Miami, and then it was mailed here, and that's another story. But in the mailing process, it was treated like most parcels are treated, apparently, and some of the wires had come loose or had been strained and then came loose shortly after. And so Rick, I went over to Rick's house this week, and Rick completely soldered the whole thing back together. And we had to take it apart and solder some wires on. And I say we, meaning that I watched. I double checked this. I was just double checking to make sure we were soldered on the right points. But yeah, it was a great job Rick did. I brought it back, plugged it in, and Joseph and I have been talking on the WatchNet channel on the 775. So that's. Go ahead, Joseph.
I have had my local node. I don't know if y'all can still see me. I have it on a different app. Can y'all still see me?
No, we're just seeing the logo.
I see it. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I have my GPS up. Anyway, so I have put my local node here, which is a copy of the one Ian has, and I've put it in a crossband repeater, which is on my big old tower. And I have that on 2 meters, and I have it running 80 watts. So when I key up here on my, you can hear it. So that's pretty cool. But the neat thing was today, me and my dad took a trip out to pretty much the other side of the city, and we went over a mountain, and we went back down the mountain and kept going, and we ended up at our destination, and we still had signal on 2 meters from my base station. And there was a whole mountain right in between us. Like if you plot a line on the map, like right over the very top of the mountain is where our signal went. And I know people love to say VHF is a 2 meter line of sight only, but that kind of proved that argument wrong, because we were definitely way out of line of sight. And it wasn't like propagation conditions, because I checked the APRS recorder, there was no conditions, and it kept working all day long. Conditions usually fade out after a few hours. So I'm just wondering what's up with that, because everybody I've asked has told me VHF and UHF are line of sight, but we just went over a mountain, over a distance of I don't know, 10, 20 miles or so, and we still had signal. I mean, it wasn't a great signal, but once we drove around just a little bit, still with a mountain in between us, we would get full signal sometimes. So what's up with that? Is it ground wave propagation, or like what is causing our signal to not get blocked by the mountain?
I take it you were getting no UHF signal, but you got a VHF signal.
It was a VHF signal. It's 2 meters.
Yeah. Wonder where the repeater is located.
Well, there's no repeater. That's the thing. This was simplex communications from my tower in the backyard all the way over a mountain. We went up onto the mountain, and the signal was really strong, and then we went down the mountain, and we didn't lose signal.
Wow.
So something was going on there where there was a physical block in between us. I checked on the map. I plotted the line on the map, and I checked it. It should not have been working, but it was. Well, I don't know if anybody knows what's up with that, because I've always heard 2 meters line of sight only. There's no point in doing X, Y, and Z upgrades because you will get blocked by the horizon or line of sight. It's like, well, what's this then?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Well,
yes.
yeah, the truth is, Joseph, if you look at the actual horizon, like down here in Florida where it's so flat, a lot of times we're over the horizon already. And I think line of sight I think a lot of it's a wing and a prayer over rooftops or something, because I agree with you. I tend to notice that both 2 meter and 70 centimeters seems to skip across the rooftops just fine. And maybe somebody else that has more experience than I can speak to that. Anybody else?
Going around mountains, I didn't know it could
Wow,
do.
we've got a real mouthy bunch in here tonight. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, going around mountains, that's very strange. But I don't know. Maybe you were bouncing off of something, bouncing off another mountain. That could be. Because there's
That's
several
true.
mountains around Huntsville. I know that. So maybe that's
Yeah.
a possibility.
It could have been bouncing, but then again, I'm like, we drove all around. Once we were on the other side of the mountain, we were in Hampton Cove, is what the area is called. And it's kind of situated in between a bunch of mountains, and it could have been bouncing, I guess. But some places we had a full like S9 signal, which even with like a reflection off something. I mean, I don't know what it would have been reflecting off. There's no large metal buildings. It's relatively not, it's not very dense.
Well, it's sometimes it's something pretty big. I don't know though. It's another mountain maybe. I know that I can get a repeater that is about 7 miles away, but it's literally on the other side of the mountain that I'm on, and I can still hit it. So there's obviously some flex there. It doesn't have to actually be line of sight. Also, 2 meter and 440 will also work inside buildings and things like that if the situation's right. So I guess it is what it is.
That's just, I don't know. It's just interesting because I've been, looking at doing upgrades lately, and been asking a few people, not you guys, mostly just asking like online and stuff on a forum and things like that. And everybody's like, you're wasting your time. VHF is line of sight. And then I go, and there just seems to be a misconception amongst a lot of people that VHF, UHF can't really be pushed that far, but it can.
Even
Yeah, I think
UHF
it can.
can be reflected around pretty good, bounced around.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. One other thing, different topic slightly, but I got my signal link for my Yaesu 8900, so now I can do stuff like slow scan TV and FT8 on all the bands that radio does. And I was wondering, is there like I know there's an FT8 frequency for 2 meters, but I don't know, Ian, I think you've had some experience with doing FT8 on 2 meters. Have you done that?
I've did it with people that I contacted and we went there and did it. I have not made an actual, free-form contact, if you will, on 2 meter. No. Like I said, we've done it just to see if it'll work, and it works. But no, I haven't actually. I've made them on 6 meters. I've made a bunch of FT8 contacts on 6 meters.
Yeah, no. Did you know you could go on,
but that's it.
On the PSK Reporter website? You can put in there the 2 meter band. So I did that to see if anybody was hearing me, and actually was hearing me pretty far away too. Thought that was cool.
Oh wow!
Check your VHF range, kind of, but I don't think a lot of people monitor the 2 meter channel for reporting, so you may get some not very accurate results there. But that was because I was trying all that. I've done all that on HF now, and I was finally trying it on VHF. The other thing that I think is super cool, and one of the main reasons that I got that cable for, I can now use my computer microphone, my headset, as the microphone for the radio. So what that means
that's cool.
is I am essentially putting in, I'm not exactly sure what stage the audio is injected, but I believe it's past all the microphone filtering and everything, because you could do like VARA FM, and you can do all kind of baseband stuff. I'm putting the audio in there, and it sounds like amazing coming out of the radio. Like when you transmit using a different, using the computer microphone, it sounds just absolutely amazing. So if you want to do like high quality, you can use a signal link, and I'm working on a way to make it a more permanent setup, but because it was kind of weird, I had to like run a program and do a loop back of my audio to feed it to the signal link. It was just kind of weird, but making it a thing, you could have you could use your broadcast microphone and feed that into your radio, and you'd have like, it'd still be
Yeah,
limited.
that's what I'm thinking.
You'd still be limited by bandwidth, but man, does it sound like worlds better than the speaker mic thing.
Yeah, because I've got a foot pedal too. That I want to get all that hooked up to my shack in the box, so I can use it for whatever I need to do.
Yeah, you could do.
I have it hooked up to. I had it hooked up to one of the Chinese radios for a while back when I was net controlling a lot, and I had a foot pedal and this mic, and then headphones, and it works really good when you're in net control, to be hands free like that. But I haven't. I want to get it hooked up to the shack in the box. The great thing about the Signal Link for me is that my mic is still connected to the radio. I can literally just switch over to a voice band right now and start talking.
Oh yeah.
And the volume comes directly out now. So now I can just turn this up and listen anytime I want to hear what the FT8 sounds like. All I have to do is there it is. They're playing my song. That's my song. Anyway, all right. Yeah, it's called the FT8 song. It's kind of like, here's how it goes. It goes, and you, after you get that down, you know the words. The words are the same every time. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do some FT8 in a few minutes. I'm looking forward to it. I love playing with FT8. Joseph, did you have anything else before you get to your class or whatever there, your meeting?
Not too much else, I don't think. I think that's about it.
All righty. Well, we'll be here for, probably about 2.5 hours or so. So hopefully we'll hear from you. If not, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
all right.
for now, 7-3.
All right, 73.
And if, yeah, hang as long as you want, but don't feel obligated. We're good. All right. So there you go, guys. That's Joseph. And he's got stuff going on up there. He's becoming quite active up there with the groups and stuff up there. So that's really cool. Hey, we can see him again. Anyway, all right, let's see. Was there anything else? Are any of you guys having issues that you wanted to bring up tonight, or anybody that we can help with any problems that you're having? Bring them up now.
Yes, I have one.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
I finally got a new hard drive installed in my computer, and I've been doing some downloading and stuff, and I found a new WSJTX program, and I'm not so sure that I'm supposed to be on it, but it's version 2.5.4, I think it is. And well, anyway, I'm having some configuration problems and going through the setup and the settings there. Put in the radio section, I put in my ICOM 7300, and it's not finding the serial port. It's just calling USB. Normally, when you click on it, you'll have a choice of ports that you can plug into. But this one's not giving me a choice. It's just showing USB. And of course, when I get to the end for testing the CAD, I get the red flash, which means that I'm not doing something right. Has anybody got any ideas?
I think somebody has a 7300 out there. Isn't the 7300? It doesn't go back to the old serial, does it? It goes straight in as a USB, right? Does anybody know?
Yeah, but you do have to load a driver, and you have to load a driver with the cable disconnected. Did you do that? Okay. But it should come up. What are you running? Windows 10 or Windows 11?
10.
Okay. So you can't see. Okay, let me just have a quick look.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up. I've still got FT8 on this computer. I'm going to pull it up so we can look at the configuration screen.
Yeah, you should be able to see. If you do device manager, I'm looking to see what I can see. So device manager on ports, what do you see there? You should be seeing a Silicon Labs USB UART.
I'll have it up in a second. Let's see.
I didn't think the newer ones. I didn't think the brand new radios actually went in as a serial port anymore. I thought they just went USB.
No, they
on
don't.
their
They
own
come
driver.
as a universal.
Right.
I don't
It's
have
a
a port.
UART. A UART. I can't remember what UART stands for, but and they pretty much all use the same key.
Yeah, well, I guarantee they use for universal. It usually is.
Yeah, it's universal asynchronous
Okay.
receiver transmitter.
Yours.
I have something that shows up under other devices, which is
No, this should be ports, not devices. So if you go to the device manager, about 3/4 way down the list, it says ports, COM, and LPT.
mine doesn't show that.
If you're running Windows 10, it will.
Well,
You're in device manager
Yes, I am.
and you've got a list of, it starts at the top with desktop and then it says audio input units,
Yeah.
computer, disk drives, display adapters, blah, 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 IDE controllers, image devices, keyboards, mice, monitors, network adapters, and then ports.
I'm sharing my screen there. Which
What
is
comes
not
after?
his.
Work
Wow.
adapt my screen that says other devices. No ports.
No ports. I got no clue. There's something amiss there.
All right, you have an ICOM 7300, right?
Right.
All right. Did ICOM say anything about in their instructions about loading a driver before you plug the 7300 into the Windows box?
Yes.
You did do that, I take it.
I did have the driver loaded before I plugged it in,
Okay, that's good.
but for some reason it's not showing the same screen I'm used to seeing. When before I got the new hard drive in there.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because WHTS it really needs to know what the serial port is because it's serial. So if it's not displaying what the port is, I don't know.
You know why? That's weird. I thought I had this problem licked, but I still got more problems. I can see that.
You don't have anything that says serial bus, universal serial bus controllers? Should be down near the bottom. Everything's alphabetical. It should be under U, universal serial bus controllers, under device manager.
Let's see. Yeah, I got the universal serial bus controller. Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's serial, it should come up there, right, Dave?
No, because you're looking for the port. You're not looking at the bus controller is a software controller controlling the USB. We're looking for ports to connect to.
Because I don't have ports either. That's why I'm trying to figure out. I think he's just not seeing it because it's called something else now.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case,
Bill Gates likes to play Scrabble with the directions here.
well, you wonder why so many Macintosh computers get sold.
Yeah, especially considering how absolutely overpriced they are.
Yeah, I know, but it's worth every penny because you don't get all this crap.
Yeah, but a lot of us don't have that many pennies.
But you don't get this crap. It works, You just plug it in and it works like it should.
Yeah, all you do is you just keep dropping money in that little slot and it works.
Go over on the left and
Do you guys see where he's supposed to be? This is mine out of my computer.
All right. So what do you say under universal serial buses? See, I've got both.
Let's
Yeah. Okay.
see.
So that's pretty much the same. So you've got, okay, open it up again. Okay, you've got the Realtek USB. That's a card reader for your serial card. Oh shoot, your serial. So somewhere along the time, you've got. Yeah, but I don't know. You can't select a port.
Yeah, generic USB hubs.
Yeah, well, you should have 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
Because there'll be things like your mouse, like your monitor if you've got a camera in it, a camera, readers for chip readers.
Would it be under audio input and output?
No, because that's the
That's all your sound cards.
yeah, that's the real.
And boy, I've got a lot of sound cards. All right.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else it would be under.
Like I said, I was flabbergasted when I didn't have that selection.
So okay, so let's go back to WSJTX. What do you
Okay.
get when you go to the second? You go to configuration, and then you get general, then you get radio. What do you get? What can you choose when you go to serial port? It's usually a drop-down menu,
Yeah.
and it will include things like Bluetooth and all sorts of other things. What do you get when you get there? Do you get any USB to UART? You want a USB to UART serial port. Because you're using a universal serial port to a UART, which is the radio.
If his
Now, what section are you looking at now again?
Now, if you go to WSJTX,
yeah,
and go to, well, I mean, it's configuration. Yeah, that's it.
right. The
Okay,
general
so
audio
you're on radio, serial port, you've got 10 connected. What happens
That,
if you,
by the way, Dave, that's me sharing my screen so he can see it. We can't see his screen.
oh, okay. So you should be able to select, you've got column 10. You should have a lot more information there if you click on it.
Again, that's my screen. We can't see
Yeah,
his
but
screen.
let's just click on it and see what you got.
Well, that's the problem. I only have one selection under serial port that says USB and nothing else.
Okay, so
I can show you what's there.
oh, the
Here,
old-fashioned way. That's
let
cool.
me get rid of this. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, I've lost it.
Say something, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Now?
Yeah, but if you click on that little arrow on the right-hand side, that down-facing arrow, what does it give you
Nothing.
in that box? Nothing?
Just USB.
Okay, and what's the baud rate you've got set?
The 115200.
That's probably a little too fast. Drop it down to,
I just clicked on the arrow, and this is what all you get is just another USB indication.
yeah, okay, all right, so that's okay. So you've probably got the baud rate way too fast. Try something like 38400.
Okay.
And then what have you got everything else set? Data bit should be default. Stop bit should be default. Handshake should be default. PTT method should be cat. Mode should be USB. Split operation should be fake it. Now, when you do the rig at the top, can you select the ICOM 7300?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens if you press test cat?
Right there now. Rig failure. Red. All
Okay. What?
Yeah.
It should, okay. So it tried a bunch of times. I didn't read anything. All right. So you've got USB selected. You definitely loaded the driver before you plugged it in.
Yes.
And the driver came from ICOM's website.
Yes.
Did you reboot after you put the driver in?
I did.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm just dumbfounded, because it's so much different than it was when I had the other software. You know,
Yeah,
the other,
you tested your ICOM because it worked off your mate's PC, didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, see, I've
You
never
may
seen
have
one.
to reboot and disconnect the radio, reboot and come back up, and then reconnect the radio after you rebooted and see
I
if anything
I
changed.
think that I can do that, but I think I've done this before.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, actually, what's your mic setting on the ICOM? Have you got that to rear or something?
The mic.
We've run into this a couple times already. There's a setting in the radio.
Yeah, that you've got to
Oh,
set.
no, I don't have that set that way. No.
You'll have to. You've got to set the mic setting or whatever it is. The input has got to come from the rear.
Oh, because I was following the instructions.
Which one? The WXJTX instructions?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what it says for an ICOM.
Talk to the radio first. Because the SWSJT is going to talk to the sound card on the radio. Well, if
Yeah.
you're not able to tell if there's a sound card on that radio, then you're going zilto nowhere.
But you have got a fairly old version. What have you got? 2 point?
It's 2.5.4. It's
Okay, no, that's okay.
it's a new one.
Yeah, that's a new one. Yeah, I thought you said 2.
I was going to say that's newer than mine.
Yeah, I thought you said it was. I thought he was running at 2.4 or something. Yeah, 2.5 is the brand new version. That's what I'm running. 2.51. I don't think there was any major upgrades. I think there was some minor things before. Here we go. Let me see.
I'm in the radio under connectors, and we want to go to what function now? USB serial function. Let's see. CIB.
Yeah, I can't get. I'm trying to log on to the Princeton website and get the. Well, it's over 500,000 downloads this week. 591,591 this week's downloads.
That's a lot.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Nearly 600,000 downloads in 1 week.
Wow.
Not sure.
I kind of forgot where the heck that Mike's thing was. Where the input is for that.
Yeah, it's. I'm just trying to find it. It's a menu number, but I'm not an icon man. I haven't got menus. So let me. I'm just trying to find the actual.
What we need is an icon man. Icon man. Icon man. Nobody's an
Well,
icon man.
There's a whole bunch of icon on YouTube about installing and setting up. But for some reason or other, I cannot get into the Princeton's website. Why not? Am I spelling Princeton wrong? No, I used to live there. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Release notes. My God, the documentation that comes with this now is unreal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Pages and pages and pages of the stuff.
What sucks is it's still the 12 things you needed before, but now it's all sunk in the middle of this huge book.
Yeah.
They
Well,
need
the
to-
thing is, the thing is, you know, he can switch it off at any time he likes. And all the data from your screen goes back to Princeton University. Every single bit, whatever appears on the left-hand side, even if you've got it on non-CQ and you're seeing all that data goes back to him every single time.
Hmm.
And he switched it off the other day for the contest. He can switch it off. And at some point, you know, Princeton are just going to say this is too much. And it's going to die. Okay.
All right. Well, let's just update everybody on what's going on in case somebody's joined us on YouTube out there or somewhere. We're helping one of our members here get their computer going with FT8, and they've got the what is it, ICOM 7300, as I call it, the Dream Radio. Well, it will be. Trust me, we'll get it going here somehow. But yeah, he's got that radio and he's got it all hooked up, and we're trying to get it to be able to command the computer to command the radio. And we're
You do realize that has two things on there for USB. There should be a serial port to communicate with the radio for the cat control, and then there should be a sound card. And you've got some kind of hub on there.
Well, yeah, the sound card's built into the 2300, isn't it?
Yeah, I see, Rick. I thought the same thing because both of mine are that way. I have a separate cat control cable and a separate sound card through the signal link. But that's what I heard was great about the 7300 was it's just a single USB plug and it does it
That's
all.
the way the
Yeah.
TSI 90 is, and that's what I've got here.
Nice.
You just run one
Nice.
cable.
Just one cable.
Well, one day, guys, I'm going to grow up and get a big boy radio too. But that's all right. I love my radios though. I got
Your
me
radio
a couple
works,
good ones.
that's good. So
That's right. Well, and you know what? The most important thing's that hex beam out there. I've come to realize that the order of importance with ham radio is antenna, 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 coax, antenna, antenna, radio.
Always.
Yeah. That's what I had.
Grounding was in there somewhere.
Yeah, but first of all, you got to have, you know, it's like, you know, you can do whatever you like to the car, but if you've got flat tires, it's not going to go anywhere. It's the same with radio. Whatever you do, you have to squeeze the absolute best out of your
if you don't have
antenna.
tires, it doesn't matter if it's a race car, you're still going nowhere.
It's still going nowhere if I ain't got tires on it. That's absolutely right.
That's right.
Okay, so
That's a good analogy too, because it's the motor that gives you the horsepower, but it's tires that make you go. And it's the
and
same
help
thing.
you stick to the ground as well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the antenna is everything. And I got this old first generation hex beam. I'm probably the third owner. I've painted it and I've got it stuck in my yard 10 foot high on a tripod with sandbags hanging from it so it doesn't fall over. And I'm all over the world, man. I got Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and the Arab Emirates the other day, going over the top of the planet on 15 meters.
It's like I think I've contacted every country in Eastern Europe except Ukraine.
Oh,
I saw Ukraine the other day and I started yelling at him, but he couldn't hear me.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're not supposed to be using their radios, but I'm sure nobody's going to yell at them. They're pretty busy right now.
Yeah, they got more important things to worry about than ham.
Okay, just a couple of things it's saying here. Make sure your radio is set to USB or your transceiver is set to USB. Some transceivers don't do data if they're not selected to USB, or if you can, USB data mode, and that'll make a difference. I'm not quite sure why, but it says it does.
Well, it may have a RS-232 connection on there too.
Yeah.
I know the Kenwood here does. It's got both, and you have to pick the right one.
Guys, I'm going to step out to the restroom. I'll be right back.
I understand.
I don't know. I'm spoiled, I guess. I just plugged mine in and it worked. Well, I got a Yaesu and I just downloaded the thing and plugged it in and it worked.
Yeah.
I can't see anything specific for the 7300. Have you had the 7300 for a while?
Yeah. Had it a few years.
Okay. Have you kind of changed many of the settings?
Well, I've done some, I did the upgrade to the firmware, up to it's what they call 1.4 now.
Yeah, well, that'll reset it back to. Now, I'm just wondering if you've got something set in the 7300, like, you were using FSK or
Computer.
Say again?
How much other stuff do you have hooked to that computer? And is any
Hardly
other-
anything. I just got a brand new hard drive with hardly anything in it.
Oh, okay.
and where did you get Windows 10 from to install on the hard drive?
I took it. There was a computer fella here on the island. I had him install the hard drive for me, and he put the Windows 10 on at the same time.
Okay. And it's not Windows 10S or anything like that. It's just Windows 10 Home.
I believe. I believe that's all it is. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was using this just a couple of years ago, I had no problems at all with all the old stuff. And of course, when I developed the computer problem, then it all started. Now here I thought a new hard drive would solve the problems, but now I got these screens that are unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to seeing the serial port selection.
Yeah,
Come
me
up.
too. That's what I don't understand. But I mean, I'm just, I've got a couple of PCs here that I use, but I'm not a PC man. Everything I do is on the Mac. The PCs are there just because, the software is not available for a Mac or.
Yeah, I wish that I was able to use my iPad. I mean, that's a Mac product. And
yeah, but unfortunately, that's not Mac OS. That's iOS. So that's a different. There's no serial ports on the thing. It's not a computer. It's basically a web browser. It's not really a computer. The small Mac computers will do it. I had my WSJTX running off of a little MacBook Air. It worked fine.
I know Jack up there. He uses his off of Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. Well, it worked great off of Linux.
Yeah.
In fact, it'll work pretty much off of basically anything that's out there. It'll even run off of really old PCs. It's just the screen is not up to standard, up to scratch. But I don't understand why you haven't got any. I'm just looking to see what Windows says about ports. I don't know. So you selected, let me see if I can configure mine to select. No, I can't select USB. All right. Let me just, well, I'm not getting anywhere with, you see, WSJTX from the website, the Princeton University website doesn't say anything about specific rigs. It does say about specific audio, but not about the rigs. I guess there's so many out there. I'm just going to see if there's anything at the bottom. Transceiver setup, okay.
Like I said, I followed many of those YouTube setup things, you know, from different hammers, but none of them worked either.
Okay, well, the other thing to do is just make sure, have you got a USB mouse or a USB keyboard or something?
No, just
No, I mean, can you get hold of one just to make sure your USB port on the PC is working?
I know it's working because I had the other thing plugged into it.
Okay.
And there's just two selections. It is kind of weird when I was able to see the port selection. When you switch the ports, it would tell you which one you were in. And
Oh, okay. So it has worked then. You were able to see ports at one point.
Yeah, but not on the software.
Which software? Windows or the
No,
WSG?
the WSJTX software.
Okay, so what ports were you able to see on Windows?
It was COM3 and COM4.
And now they're missing.
Now they're not there.
Okay, so that kind of narrows it down. I wonder if you switched them off by mistake somehow or other.
I mean, it showed up with the previous WSJTX softwares, but this is the first time I tried using this new one. I just thought the new one would be better.
Oh, okay. So it's a reinstall. Did you install over top of the other one, or did you do a clean install?
It was a clean one.
So you still got the other version on your PC?
No.
Or blew it away.
Yeah, I was going to say mine always installs the new one and leaves the old one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I have 3 or 4 different versions in here.
Yeah, most people do. That's
Plus, I have a dark version. Plus, I have the WSJZ. I got a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, but they all use the same preferences file, don't they? So
yeah, I think they do.
That's what's confusing me.
Well, if his other one was working and this one's not working, that just doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, but he was also seeing the ports before, and he said it was comms 3, and now he's not seeing the ports at all.
Yeah, so the only thing that shows up there now is just USB.
And that's USB controllers appears. Is it Universal Serial Bus Controllers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go through the controllers. You should have several generic USB controllers. So I've got a bunch in here. You should have a root hub for USB 3. Are you using USB 3 or 2, or don't you know?
I don't know.
I expect the radio is USB 2.
Yeah, it would be 2. Yeah, but what I'm saying is if, yeah, but he was running really fast at, what was it, 115 or something? You don't need to run fast.
115, whatever. Yeah, USB 2 will do that.
You have problems if you run less than 9600. I know that, but they're not huge problems. I think you can only run single channel if you're running below 9600. So what have you got in your USB serial bus controllers folder? If you go to, device manager, open up the universal serial bus controllers.
Let's see. All right. So generic USB hub twice.
Yeah.
And USB 3.0 extendable host controller 1.0 Microsoft.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Mobile 5th generation Intel Core USB EHCI controller 9CA6.
Okay, that's your touchpad. Yeah.
And then there's a USB composite device, and it's on there twice.
Yeah.
USB
You should have the same amount of those as you've got generic hubs. Okay.
And it says USB root hub.
Okay.
USB root hub USB 3.0.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty standard set. You haven't got anything else?
No.
Okay. Now there's one other that might. Well, there is an Intel 7 series one, which is a C216, but that's an enhanced host controller. So you probably don't, on a standard machine, you wouldn't need that one. So why have we not got ports? You see it. Okay, just go to the ICOM website and load up their UART bridge. Load that one back up again. Reinstall it. It won't matter if you get duplicate copies.
I'd disconnect the radio.
Yeah, definitely disconnect the radio. Well, pull it out the back of the pull the USB out the back of the radio.
That'll work.
Oh, well, why don't I just disconnect it at the computer?
Well, yeah, you can do that. Disconnect to the computer. And then download the driver again.
And reinstall it.
And reinstall it.
And then bring that, and then hook your radio back up.
Yeah.
Let's see, I gotta find the site.
I think it's ICOM USA.
ICOM USA or ICOM America.
Yeah. ICOMUSA.com. Oh, sorry, you got two. There's ICOMAmerica.com as well. They got it covered. I was looking at, I tell you, these.
Let's see. It's a different screen than I've ever seen before. I don't think that's the correct site.
Well, it should have the ICOM logo, top left-hand corner.
No,
It
it's
should
like
be-
that screen that says ICOM VHF radios and user manual document generic or.
Okay, you're in the UHF map. That might be their commercial things. Just go ICOMAmerica.com. And then you should be able to click on amateur radio products. You should have avionics, land mobile, marine network, and amateur radio.
Okay. I got ICOM 7300 downloads, ICOM America.
Okay.
You
Download.
should have one that says a Windows. Official features.
Sure, it's good for Windows 10.
There's a bunch of different ones here.
Yeah, well, you click on firmware software and it says USB driver.
That's what you need.
And it's last updated 2018-06-07.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, well, the radio's been out a while, hasn't it?
I guess that's all right because Windows 10 has been out several years.
Oh boy, there's certainly a big selection here.
Well, you want the one for the IC 7100, 7200, 7300, 7410, 76, 7610, 7850, 7851, 9100, 9700, and R8600.
Well, I'm looking at stuff that says items. IC 7300 USB driver install.
Okay.
You need to download it first. That's the documentation.
Oh,
Now you need to go to
Okay.
firmware software, and it says USB driver, and then there's a box that says all those numbers are red, and those are in red. If you click on that, it will allow you to download it.
I don't know if I'm on the same page.
It should be if you go to the 7300 and then click on specifications or support and downloads, either of those. And then scroll down, you've got manuals and guides, instruction manuals and guides, and below that, you got firmware and software.
I'm lost. There's too much. Being the wrong heading. There's too many of them. I don't have the selection that you were saying. I've got to go back and redo it again and try to find it.
Okay, just go icomamerica.com.
Wait a minute. ICOM America. Okay.
Okay, and then you should have 5 pictures, black and white pictures, that says products, and it says amateur under one picture, avionics, land, mobile, marine under the other pictures. You want to click on the picture that says amateur. You got a picture of a young lad with a baseball cap on?
No.
Okay, let's try something new here. If you go to the Southwest Florida TechNet website and you click the 3rd tab, it says Live Net. If you go there, we can put the link right on that page, and he can then copy it right back off that page. It's the easiest way to do. That's why I set this up. So what I'm going to do is right here at the top, I'm going to put Dave put
Hang on a second. I gotta go
here. Okay, it's in yellow right at the top. All you got to do is go to the Southwest Florida TechNet website and click the 3rd tab, which is Live Net.
Yeah.
You'll see a document there. You guys everybody's allowed to add to that document. See where I put Dave? Put the link here.
No, I don't at the moment, but I've got aircraft frequency. Oh, okay. Dave put the link here. Yeah, I'll open that up.
Yep, and just stick the link right there, and then we'll
Okay.
have him open it up on his end, and he'll have the link.
Okay. The only problem is I've just got to go and find where I was because I was using a different computer, not the one I use. So
Oh,
Safari. That's okay. That's not a problem. So I go to post attendees. That'll do. And I double click on there. Oh, I see. Oh, I can't. ICOMAmerica.com. Okay, products.
all right. And the other Dave, if you want to navigate over to the Southwest Florida TechNet website, click that third tab. He's going to put the link right there for you.
Wait a minute. I'm having trouble just bringing that up. Southwest Florida Tech.
Yeah, it's the same website as when you came into the show. It's SWFL TECH.net.
The only problem is, oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, we always have this page just sitting here to use for whatever we want. And it's a way that we can all paste links and paste pictures. You can paste just about anything in here. There you go.
But you don't want that. Put Dave link here.
Yeah.
I'm
There
going
you
to put
go.
some gaps in. So you just take that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll
Oh,
put
actually,
this-
it's diverted me to Icon America, Icon Japan. I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah.
Other Dave. Okay, if you go to that website and then click the third tab over, which is the live net. You see that?
See what I got on there now. It just says "Welcome to Southwest Tech." That can't be it. South Amateur Radio Technology Net. Southwest Florida Tech Net. Okay, I got that. It must be the site.
Okay, and then the third tab, it says Home, WatchNet, and then the third tab says LiveNet.
Yeah.
Click that tab, and then
LiveNet.
it'll bring up a Google document.
Okay.
Scroll down and look inside that Google document right underneath the title. See where it's in yellow there?
Yeah.
That's your link right there. See ICOM Japan?
Yeah.
Click on it, and then just go down just a little bit and click on it again, and it'll take you to the website. See, when you click on it, it brings up the little pull down, and then just click on the link again that says IC 7300. It'll bring you right to it. Oh, something happened here.
Oh, what happened then? Oh,
Yeah,
I guess he clicked on it. And
it's not doing what you're telling me. Nothing's happening when I click on it.
let me
Yeah, put it back in. I don't know what happened to it there.
No, me. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And then we'll make it a link again. I don't know what the hell happened there.
No,
All
me.
right, there you go. Try it again. Now hover over it and then just click one time on it, and it brings a little pull down screen down. And then from there, just click on the top line there, which is a link.
Nothing's happening. I'm looking at-
Okay, then why don't you copy the link? Just highlight the entire link from HTTPS all the way to drivers. Highlight the link and then right click copy.
Copy's not a choice. It's faded out, which means it won't copy.
Silicon Laboratories.
Okay. When
Yeah.
you click on it one time, you don't get a pull down menu of any kind. When you left mouse click on that link that says ICOM Japan.
Well, highlight it and then left click.
Okay, now I got, says ICOM 7300 products.
Yeah, click that. That's blue. That's a link there. Click that and it should open up a new window with the website.
Okay. All right, now that's the page I was looking for.
All right, back to you, Dave.
It's got the USB driver. The versions. It's a 1.3 is the newest one.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Just click on that. It should go ahead and do it all on its own. Well, I'll need a few inputs from you.
Here's the download. I remember doing this before. Okay, I read everything fully, which I'm lying. All right, it's downloading.
I wonder why they leave the old one up, version 1.2.
I don't know. I noticed that too.
Well, I think sometimes for situations just like this, where the old WSJTX worked and the new one didn't, I think it's the same thing with other things, because I know I've had to go back and download the older program and put it back in again, you know, and take the new one out. God knows I've done it with Windows updates over the years.
Okay,
I have all that disabled now. Go ahead, Dave.
the driver's been installed.
Okay, you've got to give it permission to be installed, I believe.
Probably
Oh,
have to-
you've done all that?
Yep.
Okay, switch off the computer and switch it back on again.
Make sure you disconnect the radio before you do that.
The radio
Yeah.
just
Good. Okay.
I would power cycle the radio as well.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Excellent.
well, just leave it off for a minute. What's going on here?
let me get rid of some of these before I power down.
When mine starts doing crazy stuff, I pull the power out of the signal link, turn off the radio, and I I restart the computer. And then when the computer's all set to go, then I start turning everything else back on again.
Yeah.
But every now and then it gets all foobar.
Yeah. Power
Well-
cycle is the universal attitude adjuster.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
a Windows thing, isn't it? You know, you've got to reboot Windows at least once a week.
Yeah, I do. I reboot it just before I set it up for this net every week.
Yeah.
And that's my reboot cycle. And I like that. It freshens it up. We do it at work too.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I've got a 2011 iMac up there. All it does is it does DC maps and PSK reporter. And I honestly can't remember the last time I switched that thing off.
You know, I've got that one I've got that one we made online here with ham pie in it.
Oh yeah.
Or not ham pie, but it's got the Ubuntu in it.
Yeah, the Linux.
And it's up there running WSJTX hooked up to my HF receiver. And it's been running for 30, 40 days up there, and it runs flawlessly.
Yeah.
And all it does is report PSK data for 40 meters from my house. That's all
okay.
it does. It just sits there all day long, all night long, reporting PSK data.
Well, mine does 6 meters, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Just sits there and you do nothing.
All right. It's rebooted. And the next step is to bring up
No, yeah, the next step is to go to Device Manager to see if we can see it. So that's left click on the you know, the little Windows symbol, then select Device Manager. And then,
all right, device manager up.
and have you got ports underneath network adapters?
Yeah. If you-
Hmm. No ports.
No ports. Okay, what have you got different under serial buses? Is it all exactly the same?
If it's a new machine, it's probably got some USB 3 serial buses. And that may be what you want to do is hook to the, make sure it's hooked to a USB 3.0 port,
Yeah.
because it said in these instructions it supports USB 3. So if it does, that's probably what you ought to hook it to. And if that's a new machine, I'm sure it's got that.
I just,
So what have you got under device manager now? You've not got ports. What have you got?
I've got audio inputs, outputs, batteries, Bluetooth, cameras, computer, disk drives, display.
Okay,
adapter.
wrong device manager. Click on the left, sorry, right click on the Windows Start menu.
Right click on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then click device manager, which is like the fourth item down.
It doesn't have that option. It says Windows Explorer, open all users, settings, help and exit.
You right clicked
I did.
on the Windows box in the bottom left-hand corner.
That's correct.
The brick, yeah. You should have applications and features, power options, event viewer, system, and then device manager.
Right click, and I don't have that.
Okay, if all he needs is device manager, then all you got to do is just left click and type device, and it should come right up.
Well,
If you type device, it should come right up.
right, I had it up on the screen before. Let's see. All right, I got the device manager up.
Okay, I understand that's not the admin one, but it doesn't matter, I guess. So you've got audio inputs, computer disk drives, display adapters, blah, 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 blah. Mice and other pointing devices, monitors, network adapters, and then you should have ports. But you don't. Okay, so keep on going down and see where it says Universal Serial Bus Controllers.
Yep.
Have you got exactly the same in there that we had before?
Looks like the same info.
So you
Same
got
stuff before.
generic USB hubs and everything. So I'm at a loss then. I don't know how to find out where your port is on your device.
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Truthfully, and this is just me, I'd be more conscious if I just wanted to get it up and running. I swear I would uninstall that, install the last version. You can still get the last version and see if we can get it working with the older version. And then maybe he waits till the next one comes out and tries that one. It will let you install multiple instances of WSJTX. He said the last one was working.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So why don't we install that old one again? Because I know we can get those older versions.
Well, do a search and see whether it is installed.
Yeah,
Because they don't usually overwrite each other, do they?
See if it's in there.
no, just if you would go to your start menu and type WSJT. That's all you have to type, and see what comes up there under your programs. Because under mine, I've got like when I go to all programs and I look down. Matter of fact, if you want, just click your start menu and click all programs. Start menu, all programs.
I got files that are up that says WSJTX, and then it has the 2.5.4, which is that's the one we loaded. Then there's a 2.40 even in there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure that other one is completely shut down. Is that what you think we should do, Dave? Let's make sure that other
Yeah,
one's
you-
shut
you
down and
should-
try the
you
old
sh-
one.
The old 2.4 should have loaded 3 different or 2 different versions, Windows Win64 and Win32. It used to load both. The newer version doesn't. So you should have a couple of different versions of WSJTX. You've just got one version?
Yeah, let me see. Let me go to all programs. There we go. I'm only showing the one version that's on there right now. It's the 2.5.4.
Okay.
I did have the other ones on, but that's when that was the other drive.
Oh, that was the other disk drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what the older version was now.
Doesn't really matter as long as we go back a couple versions.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got older ones here, but I don't know if I've still got the install files.
Well, I've got the install file for. I just got to find it now.
Well, you think it? Yeah, I can just download the old version over this one here, or should I uninstall it?
No, I
Well,
will uninstall it.
I would uninstall it since it's not working. Let's get rid of it and try other
Yeah.
thing.
I've got the download version. Download this package approximately support WXT 2.1. I've got 2.1 as a download. Not quite sure why. Okay, now I got 2.54, 2.53, 2.52, 2.51.
No problem there.
All downloaded, and they're all the downloads, but I don't know if I can just drop that. No, that won't work, will it?
You can't drop it on that form that I gave you, but there is still a way. On the Southwest Florida TechNet website, on that same page, if you go to the LiveNet page, if you, instead of going to the LiveNet page, see where it says at the top, it says share links, text, and photos below, and share files here.
I know. I'm running too many. So I go to LiveNet, share files.
Yeah, that brings you to an open Google Drive that you should be able to drop it in. Notice there's some other files people have put in there.
Okay.
But you should be able to drop it right in there. There's the ARRI standard frequency list, SARnet chirp file. There's only 5 files in there, so just drop it in there, and he can. And
That's
then when
interesting.
he's got.
So that chirp file that you've got there, is that specific to a particular radio, or is that generic?
Well, I hate to give you a smart ass answer, but technically with chirp, they're all for a specific radio. But what you do is you download your radio, and then you just go copy the lines off of mine that you want to replace on yours.
Oh, okay. So you copy and paste them across. Yeah.
And then you blow it back up into your radio. Anytime anyone's ever tried to just blow another code plug, even if it's the same kind of radio, if your firmware is different or if your hardware is different, it bricks the radio.
Yeah, or if it's an odd day of the week and it's a Friday, and you know.
Well, they're Chinese radios. What can I say?
Yeah,
I tend to like them because when I smoke them, I throw them out and I don't cry as much.
I got a smoked one here. You're welcome to that. All right. The only problem is that I've got, of course, not thinking straight, is that all my old versions of no, those are Windows versions.
Anyway, I'm gonna uninstall that program.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would do.
All right, it's being done.
Maybe
because you know what? It's very easy to reinstall it. It's not like it's a big deal. It wasn't working right anyway.
And you can download off the website. So, because the versions I've got here, I've got to move across from my PC to the Mac. Oh, I guess I can log on to your website with the Mac. Yeah, let me do that with the PC. Let me just
it doesn't require anything. Anybody can have access to it.
Yeah, I know. I just use. What am I looking at?
We
now?
may have to have him put Team Viewer on his machine. And one of us can put up Team Viewer and go in and directly control it.
Oh, that's a Joseph game.
Uh,
I don't know enough about Windows to be able to do that on somebody else's machine.
Well, and I'll be honest, I mean, Windows is my operating system, but it's when it comes to devices and hardware, I just stumble. I just have such a hard time, you know, and here I am. I literally have about 17 things hooked up to this one computer, and I've got about 10 things hooked up to this other one. And sometimes I still have a hard time getting it all to work together.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I've got here is I've got another machine going, but I'm going to take some of these devices off of this laptop that I'm talking to you on now and put them on this other. Maybe we can quit, you know, when I turn something on, having it go completely haywire.
Oh, it's FL, isn't it? Southwest Florida, SWFL. I'm thinking, why can't I find this net? It's ridiculous.
SWFLtech.net.
.net. There we go.
I just found 2.0.0 RC1. Is that the right one? For the WSJTX version? That's an older one.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's a version or two older than the one you have, let's try it. Which, I mean, because we don't really know which one it was that was working, but we know it was an older version.
I don't know why I can't get this. Southwest Florida.
SWFL.
That's, yeah,
TechNet. Okay.
SWFLtech.net.
Yeah, that's what I got. No, I got it now. That's stupid.
Yeah, and they just hover over the live net and then click file share.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get to it.
Let's see what I can grab here. Oh, I gotta type in here.
It should drag and drop right into that screen. I'm pretty sure. Right onto the other files there. And you guys, those files are always there. I've got the ARRI standard frequency list, the SARnet chirp channels. That's for the whole state, every SARnet channel. And I got the Southwest Florida quick reference guide for new hams is on there that I made. And then I've also got some hex beam stuff on there too.
It didn't download for some reason.
I haven't seen it pop up yet. Are you trying to download it from a website or from my website?
From a website.
From the
Different.
W.
I got a 2.2.2. Let's see.
Well, let's see. Let me see what I've got here. 2.2. Which version did you say you had before?
Well, I'm not exactly sure now, but it was like a 2.2 or 2.0. I don't know. I think it might have been a 2.2.
About the software driver.
Because I've got the older version I have here is 2.2.2.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, there's a bunch of them that have come out since then, but that one still works. And truthfully, I prefer, and this might be something else, I prefer WXJTZ. It's a
Yeah,
it's
but
kind of
that's,
it's kind of a different version of it, and but I don't think it would work any better for this particular problem.
no, that's not his though, is it?
Well, I think before we worry about WSJT, we need to make sure that his computer is the USB software is working with the computer is talking to the radio. Otherwise, you're not going to go anywhere.
So it's a wonderful reason my
Yeah.
PC is now locked up.
Well, Rick, that's why we're trying to go back to the older version,
Right.
because the older version was working on this PC before
Okay.
with
Yeah,
a
but
different.
on a
It was different hard drive too, though. That's the thing, a different version or something. So I don't know, but this is something to try. And then if he does get it going at 2.2.2, then he can then just upgrade it back to the new one again, and we can try that. But I don't know. I will tell you that getting the radio to talk to the computer has been my biggest problem since I got in the ham radio.
Yeah, that's always that's the first thing you got to do.
I did my first 3,000, 4,000 contacts were done with my headphones stuck on my microphone, stuck into a padded box, and that was it. And it was on Vox, and I made 3,000 contacts like that on my big ICOM that I use only now for voice. I've slowly graduated to rig control. I've slowly graduated to a signal link. I've got a hex beam. I've come a long way with it.
Yeah, you take things small step at a time.
Yep.
Well, I don't want to tie this up. I'll have all evening long. I'll play with it tomorrow. And
I know
Chuck-
we're getting there now. Hang on.
Yeah, just give him a few more minutes to try what we're doing here. If you're installing it now, let's go ahead and see if we can.
Well, I'm having trouble getting it to load for some reason. Oh, I need to go to a different site, I think. What was that site again before that had the software on it?
Oh, the icon one.
Yeah.
Just copy the link from the
Yeah,
website.
Go back to the LiveNet tab and get the link again. But it's www.icom. It might just come back up again if you start typing it. ICOM Japan.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So now downloads.
And while we're killing a few minutes here while they work on that, I just want to tell you guys something I did today. On a whim, I go to thrift stores, as you guys know, and I look for old technology that I can put to use. And monitors has been something I've been finding really good flat screen monitors, and two of these three big TVs you see up here in front of me that I'm using as my three primary monitors. Two of those came from secondhand stores. I think I paid 20 for one and 25 for the other. I bought this TV over here, and it's got paint on the top of it, and it looks like it was in somebody's garage, but it looks like it's never been used. The buttons are like fresh on it, you know, and it doesn't look ragged out. So I bought it. It was $10. I brought it home. I hooked it up. It works. I didn't know what I was going to use it for. So today I decided to hook up my Yagi antennas that I have up on my tower up to it to see how many channels I could get on the TV. And I I hooked it up and got like 50 channels. I cannot believe how many channels I'm getting. I'm getting Me TV, Court TV, Grit TV. I can't name them all. Plus, of course, my work, Wink, puts out their products are all on there.
Yeah.
And you can also get 96.9, Arrow 94.5, 92.5 Fox News. You can get a bunch of the radio stations on your TV now. And I'm getting all of those. It's great now. I can flip right over and listen to my radio station in here on the TV because it's so weak way up here because the tower's down there. We got to service Naples, of course. So the tower's way down in Estero. And the signal that we put out from 92.5 Fox News is a bow tie, of course. Most all of our antennas here, I don't know if you guys know this or not, most all of our broadcast antennas here put out a bow tie signal. Where they broadcast a lot more to the north and south than they do the east and the west.
Yeah.
Because
makes sense.
east runs into the woods and west runs into the water.
Yeah.
So our bow tie signal sends about 65% of our radiated signal south because we want to be able to get Marco Island and south, Naples proper and down on the trail and things. So getting up this far with our radio signal, it doesn't quite make it a lot of times. I can't even get my radio station here inside the shack without an exterior antenna. And even that sometimes is a problem. On TV, it's crystal clear. It's digital. It's beautiful. I love it. I listened to the end of the show tonight to make sure, because our last segment was obviously pre-recorded tonight.
In fact, you just given me an idea. I've got one of those DTV converters, which converted it down to NTSC. I've got a spare one. And of course, they got audio jacks in the back, and I could hook that to my little FM transmitter.
There you go.
One of those C crane things, which gets all over the house, and put 92.5 out on another frequency and probably not have all of this crazy stuff going on that I have all the time now. Because I'm forever I either hear the Spanish station up out of St. Pete.
Yep.
Or like this morning, you just had dead air. I don't know what happened there. They were having some kind of technical issue this morning.
I didn't see anything in the logbook, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, I had to get it off. Maybe it was yesterday morning. I don't know, but I had to get it off the webpage to get any audio at all.
Huh. Well, I do not know.
For some reason or other, I can't copy across to that folder. The LiveNet file share.
He's actually it may be easier just to have him download the older versions offline. I don't know.
Watch every episode. YouTube channel activate. Yeah. It won't let me load for some reason or other.
On the one on my website?
Yeah.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I copy it, or I pick it up, drag it across, and let it go, and nothing happens. But I say it's not. And I tried copying and pasting, and it wouldn't do it. So manage downloads. Oh, okay. No, I don't know. But I'm gonna have a go with that.
Well, I don't know.
Chirp set, because I've got a couple of radios to program.
Well, there you go. At least you got that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to continue to work with him on this. Obviously, we will get this at some point. My gosh, this is so aggravating. I'm so sorry, Dave. I don't know what to do here.
Well, I'm going on a loop here. I'm trying to get an older version, and every time I click on something for a download, it takes me to the newer version. It won't let me select the old one.
Yeah, they have a habit of doing that.
Yeah, they don't like you to get the old one. Let me see what.
There's got to be a way of doing it, but.
So how old's the PC? It's a laptop that you've put a new hard drive in, is it?
It's maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, okay, that's about it.
Probably was USB 3.
Okay, I typed into the browser I typed in old versions of WSJT-X. And the first thing that came up, it says browse files at sourceforge.net. And when I click that, it brings me to a file that has every single version from 1.4.0 all the way up to 2.5.4. It's probably 25 versions in here. So they're all here. So just go to your search, go up to the top bar and just type old versions of WSJT-X.
Okay.
And then one of the first few links that comes up should be a SourceForge link.
Let's see. We get Princeton University.
Well, here I'll see if I can.
There's a version that says 2.3.0 available, and then there's the other one, 2.0.0.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Browse files of SourceForge.net. Yeah, I see that on there too.
Yeah, click on that, and when you get into that, it's going to have all the different versions there. And I would go back to like 5.2, like maybe 0, I guess, or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it shows them all.
Yep.
Listen,
I gave up trying to find things on people's websites a long time ago. I type it into the search engine. That's how I find everything now. I have quit going to people's websites and going through all their menus and all their bullshit crap, trying to find stuff. I find it so easy just to type it in the Google now and do it that way. But yeah, if you go into there, you'll see, like if you click on the 2.5.0, when you go in there, you'll see there's a Win64 exe file, and that's the one you need.
let's see.
Other than that, while you're doing that, we're going to kind of do a couple of other little things here. I do want to mention, I've got my FT8 up, and I'm on 20 right now on FT8, and I was seeing all kinds of stuff earlier. Now I've got Greece, France, and the USA right now.
Pop up to 10 meters. There's a Victor Kilo 2 X-ray Alpha X-ray.
You're up there right now.
Yep.
Holy crap!
And there's a PU2 TWZ.
Oh yeah, I've got signal up there. Holy shit! Okay, well let me.
Well, last week, changing the subject a tad, but last week when the show was on, I worked over 20 contacts on 6 meters. But Saturday morning, I worked Fiji on 6 meters.
I got Fiji the other day.
Yeah.
But it wasn't 6 meters, though. It was like 12.
Oh, yeah. They've been on 17 quite a bit, but I got it on 6 meters. And I thought, well, this is by far the best DX I've had on my indoor ham stick. So I went onto QRZ, found his email address, and sent him a little note just saying, this is my best DX. Thanks very much. I'm using indoor antenna, ham stick dipole, blah, blah, blah. And I got a really cool letter back from him saying, and he was using a 6-element at, I don't know what it was, 12, 15 meters with 400 watts.
Wow.
So he was doing all the hard work.
Yep.
So
I'm looking at, I just got Argentina and the US just popped up here.
Was that PU2 OKF or PU2 TWZ?
What, Argentina? I got LU5 BPT.
Oh, Argentina, that's Brazil I'm looking at.
PYL LGM from Brazil just popped up. Here, let me see. I'm going to put it up here.
Swing the beam round.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I got to go out and swing it manually. I don't have it up on my
Oh,
tower
you got
yet.
an Armstrong rotator. I love those.
I do. Yeah, I do it. I do it all myself.
Okay, I'm actually working with my hamstick dipole PU2 OKF. He's in Brazil. I must admit, I've given up working the Russians. I'm sure they're like us, but to be honest, when you see the stuff on the news and that, the Russians think that they're doing a good job with Ukraine. I'm kind of thinking, oh no, I'm not going to work them anymore.
Yeah, well, I have been following the whole, ham radio motto, but I've almost gotten to where you're at. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Kind of leave it alone. There's plenty of other stations to work right now.
Holy
right,
Moses.
so-
Hang on.
I'd like to think that most of those people over there, and I really do actually think that most of those people over there don't want anything to do with what this jerk off's doing. But that being said, yeah, I'm like you. I'm kind of getting tired of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna share this now. Let me see. I've got this going.
Well, I just worked for Brazil, but I popped up to 6 meters because there was
it up so everybody else can see what's going on here.
Yeah. You got yours configured a lot different than me.
All right, so yep, there's a QRP station out of the US. I guess I could try to grab him. Oh shit, let's not do that.
I'll do what?
God, that's loud. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, I had to mute the tab. My God.
QR code in there. Oh, that's got to be from another window.
Ah, there we go. Cedar Fort, Utah. And Dave, we're still here. If you get it, get it pulled up or whatever, we're still here.
Yeah,
I'm
getting closer.
All right. Is there anybody else on here that has any questions about FT8 or anything that we can answer while we're here? Now would be a good time. I know there's 2 or 3 other guys in here we haven't heard much from. Feel free to, I don't have my text screen up, but I will pull it up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. But if you got anything, we'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have. If you guys can help me watch the chat room, and I'll put it up over here and try to keep an eye on it too. And but we'd like to answer any questions you have. FT8 right now, I got to tell you guys, is literally the busy operating system. I've heard estimates as high as 80% right now of ham radio transmissions are happening with this mode alone. Even more than single sideband or FM. So, like it or not, and I understand there's arguments for both because I have a love-hate with it myself. But love it or hate it, this is the face of the future of ham radio. I'm not saying that the rest of it will go away. CW voice became popular on AM, and then voice became popular on single sideband, and look, here we are 50 years later, and there's still tens of thousands of people that CW with each other.
Oh, yeah.
We never lost that. So I don't think we're going to ever lose voice either.
No.
So I don't worry about that as much as
Voice
ooh, there's Australia. Hey-oh. Let's see if I can get Australia.
CVD.
Which band are you on?
CQ Australia. I'm on 10.
Yeah. There we go. I'm on 6. I'm going
mighty
to go
10.
back to 10.
Yeah, I don't have my 6 beam. It's up and it's hooked up, but the wire, this is so stupid. I was moving it around, and the coax, the end of the coax came off, and I just haven't soldered it back on yet. That's
All
that's
right.
why I don't have any 6 right now.
I got the program installed, and I'm looking at settings under the radio for serial port. It still says USB, no choices.
That's
Mm.
probably okay.
And the other things were all on default. CAT data package.
And you're selecting the 7300 at the top.
Yep, 7300. And then a mode should be USB
Yes.
and fake it, right?
Yeah. Okay, just try.
And of course, I haven't plugged the radio in. That's
Holy
got
crap, he answered me.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm at 80 watts.
That's impressive because I can't. Oh,
Great.
VK5 PJ.
That's weird because it came in the wrong way. I don't understand what's going on there, but anyway. I'm having this weird thing with mine right now where it'll see this red line that comes up right here.
Oh,
I thought he was answering me, but if you notice, he's not answering me. That's actually my signal going out that was somehow received. I don't understand how that's happening. But it's not a big deal. It just happens about every 10 minutes or so. Anyway, all right. So where are you at now, Dave?
Well, I went back through the system settings again, and it says under test cat failure. So it's still not configured.
That's a good move. And I'm trying to get back to Zoom for some reason. I've lost it. What the devil's going on?
If nothing else, we've got to find it. There's got to be somebody that Elmer's on this that can dial into his system.
Yeah, I'm just not a PC man. I'm kind of, and I'm not an icon man. So we're kind of two negatives here. Don't make a.
Well, by having an older version, that didn't help either.
No, and it did work with the older version, so it must be this version of the operating system you got in there or whatever. I just don't know. I don't know how to remedy it.
Weird. I don't know what else to try.
Fiji's back on 10 meters. 3D 2AG.
Yeah, I'm going to turn off my CQs so I can see everybody. I don't normally, when I'm on the busier frequencies, I have the CQ only turned on.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, about 50% of my calls are, selecting the ones that are talking to somebody else.
I know I get people to do that sometimes. They'll call me.
Yeah.
And I never even called them.
No, that's what happens. But you see on the right-hand side, it'll come up red with your call sign, which is like good because people like it because they like being called and they usually come back to you.
Oh yeah, I always answer anybody that calls me.
Yeah, me too, always.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and call CQ sometimes, but I usually anybody who calls me, and it's amazing. There's New Zealand up as well now.
Yeah, I I guess I called a guy one night that was calling DX, and he was on the other side of the United States, and I figured, well, that's pretty damn DX. But according to him, apparently DX means further away than that. So
Yeah.
he actually took the time to send me back an email that said, and he copied and pasted in the rules and how it works and everything. And then he wrote at the bottom, he says, you know, he goes, I really wish people would follow the rules. And he's all grumpy. And then he ends it with, I'm a pastor at a church and da 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 da.
All right.
Yeah,
And
rock on.
I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
great. I said, so I wrote him back. I said, God teaches forgiveness. Will you ever forgive me? And that's all I wrote back. And I said it. And he never responded.
Yeah, he's probably got your picture nailed to the cross.
Yeah,
now,
he probably hates
use it for
me.
Texas, for target
I
practice.
wish
or
I could
something.
set my system to pounce on his ass every time he come up over
Was
and
it?
over
Was
and
he
over
in?
again.
Was he in Texas or California?
I don't know. Probably
Oh.
both. No, probably California.
Oh well, that's okay. We don't care about Californians.
No.
Uh,
No, they
Yeah,
should
I
all
wa-
be. They should be working HF like crazy in California because with gas prices at $7 a gallon, you're not driving anywhere.
no, that's right. That's crazy. Well, I see it's 4.49 down here the other day.
Yep. No, yeah, it's 449 all over Lee and Collier now.
Oh,
And I was watching the one on Sanibel Island. It's always like 20 cents higher than everybody else. Is no longer reporting a price to Price Buddy,
Oh,
which I
Yeah.
thought was a
Just-
little interesting.
yeah, just putting a picture of an arm and a leg up there. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
How would you like to go to a marina and get marine gas for $5 and some change?
Yeah.
Oh man.
yes. Jeez.
Yeah. Every pump I fuel up at now has one of those stickers on it.
That such and such did this,
Yeah, those such and such ones. Yeah.
that whatever his name is.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember gas back when gas was $1.69 and you ain't got $1.89. I mean, and you don't have to go back that far. Oh, let's see here. Oh man, and you know what? You know what? This baby formula thing is crazy.
In that
But
such-
who's this? Who's this? Go Gadget Radio. Australia. Bam. New CQ zone, baby.
Wow. Are you still on 10 meters?
He's only 10,000 miles away.
Oh,
Yeah.
G'day, mate.
Holy crap. Come on, baby. You can hear me. 100 watts. Mr. Scott, give me full power.
PK8, huh?
Yeah.
I can't even see him, but I'm on the hamstick. I'm not on the.
That's all she's got, Captain. Your finals can't take any more. I get excited. I sit out here in the shack sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning, just all happy with myself. I love FT8, and I don't have to come up with stupid conversation with people. Not that I'm totally recluse, but I'm getting there.
He's not answering.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, that would
Hello. Hello, Ozzy. He's out feeding the dingo.
be doing something.
Well, how many watts are you putting out?
I'm barefoot at 100 watts. I'm maxed out. Mr. Scott says he can't give me any more. Yep, that's it. It timed out. I only let mine do it 3 times usually, and then I have to go do it again because I don't like it to just sit there and try over and over and over and over and
No,
over.
no, me. I do
That's,
mine
that's
at-
very annoying.
Yeah. If you can't hear me in 3 pops, I'll give it a few minutes and maybe I'll try you again. You know what I will do though? Like this guy I really want, I'll go way down here on the other end and I'll give him one more try. Oh, there he is again. Hey, yo, Joe.
Yeah, I got mine set to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I got mine, I think, at 2.
And
It does 4 shots. It does 4 shots. But it depends. Like if I'm sitting here working it. So if I see something I want, like I want this Australia, it's a new CQ zone, and I've already got like 20, 30 contacts in Australia, but none of them in this zone. So I definitely want to get this one. So I'm going to shoot up to the other end of the spectrum and try them again. I've had pretty good luck with this.
yeah, moving your transmit point is quite good. Oh, there we go.
Because like we've talked. Oh, see, bing, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Sorry, that's the Trey Radel saying. I don't know. That's where I picked that stupid thing up.
In other words, you hit the jackpot.
Yep. Oh, I love me some Australia. It's only 10,000 miles away. And thank you for playing.
And
Bing. Got him.
So how many hops is that, I wonder?
God, I don't know. I mean,
More than the average kangaroo has.
I will tell you, North America is wide open in Australia. If you looked at the PSK for 10 right now, here, I can actually put it up. I got it right here. Because it's on this other screen and I just have to switch screens. Nope, it's not that one. Nope, it's not that one. Hey, it's this one.
yeah.
That's what 10 looks like right now. So 10, like Australia's open into Japan and Australia's open into us. It's amazing how this works. I think the reason this is open right now is we're riding the gray line.
Well, we're out of the grey line now, but yeah, I think maybe earlier on. According to me, the grey line is way over in California now.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as they're down here and we're up here and we're kind of,
Oh yeah,
the signals seem to run along that gray line like
they
that.
do,
Either
don't
in it
they?
or out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, north or
really
south
do.
of it, or east or west of it, whichever way it is. There
Yep.
seems to be a band of, I don't know, maybe as much as 300-400 miles.
Well, that was good, man. It's got me a new zone and everything. And I don't know why, but my solar date is not pulling up. What the H?
That's good. I can't even see it, but I'm only using a hammerstick, so. And I guess you're using your.
I'm on the hex, but and I'm shooting due north.
Is that the right way to go?
No, I'm not even shooting in the right direction. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna shoot it to the southwest. I'm gonna totally change it around and see what
Yeah,
happens. I'll be right back.
southwest is the place.
Wow.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh, there's an Australia there. Uh-oh. Oh, let me switch back to the other screen. Damn it. Let me go back to here. Oh, there's Hawaii. Hey, lady, it's Hawaii. I just paid for that XML subscription for QRZ for the second year. I don't like to pay for a lot of subscriptions. I'm cheap and poor, which really makes me tight. And I got to tell you, I don't like paying for stupid subscriptions, but I really like the QRZ data contributor thing. It's only like $25 or something, and it allows my grid tracker to pull up everything all at one time. Every time I contact somebody, it pulls up all this stuff over here. And I like that. I really do. And it also sends everything to all the different logbooks, and it takes care of everything for me. So I like it. That QRZ's a good website. It really is.
Yeah.
I like it. I use it for
Oh.
my primary logbook.
Yeah, me
I
too.
do.
But I really don't like the what's it called? You know, the chat forum there, the
Yeah.
news forum.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
there-
use it that much.
No, there's all these old guys laying into everybody left, right, and center. They hate the YouTubers, you know, and it's like, oh, come on. And then if you look at what's it called? It's Amateur Radio News Forum. Just scroll down and look at all the posts that are locked, and they're all the same thing. People complaining.
You need to tell them to go get a life.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
okay.
I'll be the first to tell you, amateur radio it's not what you think.
No.
But you just have to. There's Australia again, and it's a new ITU zone. But anyway, I've learned with ham radio that you're not going to find that many people in it that are in it for the same reasons you are, and you just have to do what you want to do in it and have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, what I found was that clubs have hundreds of people, members of the club, but they really don't do anything. It's just usually about 20 guys that actually do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's like, what are we going to do to save ham radio? I'm like, I don't know. That's a big job. I'm doing my little part here. Whatever. All right. So I'm calling this guy here, but he ended up answering somebody else. What a jerk.
You'd think he'd wait, wouldn't you?
You know, I'm more important. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you, your antenna is way, way better. Oh, I don't know. I've got a ZL3 now. Seems to be, I couldn't hear any of those VK stations. Uh-oh.
Well, I got to tell you that this hex is wonderful. I can't say enough, and I don't even have the new one like Rick has. I've got an old used one, and it's a trooper. I will tell you, I'm using my tuner. Anytime I'm on 10 and 20, I have to use a tuner because it gets me up near 3 on the SWR, and I won't do it. So but on any of the 3 middle bands, I don't need a tuner at all.
You shouldn't need on any band, so that means it needs some adjustment.
Yep, and there's really no. It's I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to have to do the adjustments.
Older hex beam is not very wide banded, so I guess that's why.
Oh, that's the other thing. It's not, is it?
No, it's the old W style, where the front and the back both have W. They're like a W.
Yeah.
And the wires actually come out twice, you know, and each wire dead ends basically. It's a totally different design than Rick's. I mean, it's a very different design, but it's still a two element Yagi any way you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to modify that one up to the latest standards, shouldn't you?
I would think. If
No, it's actually a different size. I looked at that. The one Rick has is about 8% bigger than mine.
But surely that means you could just drop the arms down a little bit to take up the extra wire. The arms are only held in place.
It's just, then it may not be long enough for 20. I don't know. I don't think the arms are the same length. The arms aren't as long. So no matter what angle they're on, I don't think put 20 out far enough.
On mine are 12 feet.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that, you know, I think it works wonderfully the way it is, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty darn happy with it. So, let's see if I can get this guy. Hello, CQ.
Oh,
He's finishing up now. I want to talk to you, dude. I'm calling. I need like 20 more watts, man. I wish I had like a bicycle I could ride to get a few more watts. I don't know. Oh, he hears me.
Oh, there you go.
11,390 something miles.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm happy with that. Now let's see if I can finish.
Yeah, that's always
You know,
the
it's important that a man can finish.
Yeah, you want to be able to log it.
Yeah, I was being a smart ass too, but yeah. See, look, he heard me once, but now he can't hear my response back to him.
I'll stick with it.
I will. I'm gonna send it 4 times and see if I can get him. I'm surprised 10's hanging on until 10. 10's usually dead by 7. Oh. Damn it, he can't hear me, and I'm at 100% power. All right, if he doesn't hear me this time, I'm going to take a one last ditch attempt here by taking a look and seeing what else is. See, I have it long enough that I can still see the last one down here. I'm going to pick a new spot. If he
Yeah.
doesn't respond this time,
New
I'm going to pick a
transmit
different spot.
Yeah.
you're just going to have to turn on that 15 kilowatt amplifier.
Yeah, I just needed a little bit more there. But the thing is, if I keep sending it, he'll eventually hear it. All he's got to do is hear it once and send it back again, and we're good.
Yeah.
When I first saw FT8 being used at Summer Field Day, right after I got my ticket 2 years ago, I was watching them use it, and I'm like, that is just ignorant. Bunch of colored lines going up the screen. That's not radio. I went home. I was kind of pissed off that day. I'm like, radio's devolved into a bunch of characters on a screen. But I don't know. I slowly warmed to it, and I realized that, number one, okay, if you can't beat them, join them. I mean, that's kind of where we're at with this. And number two, it is a lot of fun. I really like it, even when they can't hear me like right now. See, I can still hear him. Oh, this is a different one. What's this? Oh, I tried you earlier and you didn't answer me back. You gonna be rude again?
No, conditions might be slightly different. Give it a go.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him
So,
again.
the thing is, you're at the limit of everything out at 12, 10, whatever thousand miles away. You're, you know, the slightest, you know, clump of sand in the in the ionosphere is going to direct your signal somewhere else. You know.
Crow sneezes somewhere.
Yep. A couple of whalebacks in the Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all you need.
It's got it, but yeah, I don't think he can hear me.
Yeah, touch a whale fart up drifting up through the atmosphere, and you're done.
So now what I do is, okay, he can't hear me. So now this is what I normally do at this point. Okay, I'll turn mine off, and then I'll listen to the other side and see what it looks like, and then I'll either go really high or really low, and I'll try him one more time because he keeps calling. He keeps talking, and I keep hearing him. So now I can see the other side. See that for the first time now I can see the other side because I'm not talking. And so now I'm gonna pick a spot way down low down here, and I'm gonna give him a shout again once I see him again. See, I get to see what's on the other side of the street. Here he comes again. And there he is. No, I'll call him a few more times and see if he answers me this time. I will tell you that I have good luck working high and low. If I'm working low and the guy doesn't hear me or can't hear me, I will go all the way to the other end, up just about where the top of it is, where I see the last couple of people, and I put my cursor there and I'll transmit there. And I'll tell you what, I have better luck on the lower end, but sometimes the higher end does it. So, because you have to look at it this way, it's sending out that tone, that resonance, right? Well, obviously, you're sending a tone, which is a resonance, through a frequency, which is also a resonance. You could only imagine that some would work better than others, and some would travel better than others, depending on the conditions. So, you know, just moving at little bits might find you a clean piece of real estate, but I find moving from low to high ends up giving me even more advantage. I could be wrong. Does anybody notice that, or does anybody do that, or is it just me?
I move to wherever I can find a clear spot.
Wow.
Because usually the bands are pretty.
Well, try that. I was going to say, try if it looks like this where it's not that busy. Try it, because I have good luck going low and high like that.
That's a good idea, because I usually tend to hang around in the middle, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000. So you're probably right.
Well, and I do a lot in the middle too. I'll tell you something else I do. I run FT4 a lot. And the reason is because when FT8 gets busy, it's so polluted, and I'm barefoot. I only run at normally 70. I'm running 100 right now because we're in the show and I'm trying to get some long contacts. But a lot of times I generally only run at 70 or 80. I'm trying not to run the wheels off my radio. And I have a thing ducted in the back. It's actually getting 45-degree air conditioned air pumped right into the back of the radio. So I'm doing everything I can to keep this radio like it is. But what I find is when that waterfall is completely full of people, that even if you find a clear spot, it's probably not a clear spot.
No, that's right.
And
yeah.
If you go to FT4, where there's only maybe 10% of the people on there, you could hit everybody you call, because there's not near as much QRM on there, right? It makes sense if you think about it. And so I have really good luck at night on 20 meters FT4. I've been having good luck. And I just leave it on when I'm on TV, and I leave the alert turned up, and I remote in from my bedroom. And then when I'm sitting there with the wife watching TV for a few hours at night, I'll sit there and just work the alerts that come in.
Oh, okay. Do you
It'll
work
say, "New CQ zone,"
SJT call?
No.
No, no, me. I really should get into that, because I think that's a
No, you're talking about JS8 call, or
JS8 call.
And I have been asking for almost a year and a half now for someone to please come show us how to use that, and I can't find anybody. So
okay,
if you guys know of anybody that would like to come on and do what, Rick?
He's a guy up in Atlanta, the guy that wrote the software. He's in Sandy Springs, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. And I've been trying to get a hold, the other group that I talked to, they know him. So I'm going to try again tomorrow and see if we can get him to talk to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I know a
I'd
guy
love for him to
that
come on
uses it. I don't know whether he would come on or not. He lives out towards Ave Maria, off of Immokalee, about the orange tree out there. He he uses FT8 call, or whatever it's called, JS call.
I'd like to learn it too. Charlotte County has just begun using it, testing it for emergency management purposes.
Oh wow!
And and they're looking at sending forms through it. So, it's an interesting thing. Wow, see, look, it closed up. I turned my antenna towards Australia, and now all I'm getting is Brazil and the USA.
Yeah, you need to.
All those Middle East contacts I got the other day was with my antenna facing directly north.
Yeah, well, that'd be
So-
about right because you're going up over. That's the shortest direction.
Over the top.
Going
Right.
up over the top.
So-
yeah. You might be getting a bit of distortion or echo on your signal as well if you listen to it, because you might be bouncing around in the auroras. Yeah, 10 meters has just all of a sudden dried up. Oh no, it's come back again.
Yeah, I mean, mine looks pretty. I mean, you can see what mine looks like on the screen, but see, there's a Brazil. Let me see if I can pop him real quick. On my screen, the colors are a little different. I did not like the color scheme. I did not like that color scheme. The purple is a new person, but I've already got the zone. I've already got the Maidenhead square. The blue means it's a person in a zone that I don't have. So I really look for the blue ones. Matter of fact, a lot of times, I hate to admit it, a lot of times I leave this grid box right here clicked on. And of course, I'm using WSJTZ, which is a variant that someone else has built. And in this variant, everything is still here like before. It's just set up different. See, here's all your stuff just like before. And I like it because you can filter with this. I can click this and it will take all the purple ones away. It'll just show me the
So what's red? That's someone calling you still, is it?
Yeah, the red and the yellow are still the same as on your screen. I just changed. I like the darker colors like purple to be the least important, and then work my way up blues and then brighter greens and then yellow, orange. I work my way up through the colors that way. They had it set up to where everything was different shades of green and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I hate that. And so I don't know. I like to customize everything. I'm a customization person. Oh, come on. What's going on now? You can't hear me now? This happens a lot where I get the person at first and then I can't finish it up.
Well, yeah, that's conditions. Yeah, a lot of people get that. I get that. That's because especially if you're above, like, I don't know.
Oh, I got him.
Minus 19 or up around there.
There we go. There we go, you guys. All right. All right. So, still no space weather conditions. What the hell's going on with that? I wonder if there's a website down or something.
Which one are you looking at?
It's not giving me any solar conditions. And this is rare. I don't normally see this like
Oh,
this.
I had that the other night. That's when you get a blackout. Oh, I'm getting them. Oh, the SFI has gone up to 150.
Yeah, see, something's going on right now.
Well, they
And-
said we might get some blackouts.
Oh, wait a minute. The hamqsl.com server is down. Host server read timeout, it says. I just got this error.
That's why 10's still open, because the
Maybe Vladimir got it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of 10 right now for the United States. It is wide open, and 10 is a day band, obviously a midday band. And this thing, look at that, man. It is intense. Here, I'll pull this over. This is absolutely intense right now. It's kind of like sex when you're camping. It's all intense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's all. Is that just 10 meters? Yeah.
Yeah, this is just 10 meters. All modes, but just 10 meters. And
you can't really see where they're coming out of the US.
I know there's so many damn people on here. I'm trying to zoom in, but this computer's like, boss, I'm doing 9 things right now already.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a few around the Florida area there.
Look at that. Look how much 10 is over on the dark side.
Yeah, but don't forget that's like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, up to 15 minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all day as well. So
No, well, I've got mine set for just 15 minutes only
oh, okay.
over the last 15 minutes because I don't anything more than 15 minutes ago in HF is an eternity.
Yeah, that's not worth looking at.
It's not worth looking at. Look at that. Well, that's pretty good. That's good stuff.
Oh, I got people calling me now.
I haven't seen you yet.
PU2 YWR. Nah, well, we're a bit
I
too,
see him.
We're a bit too far. Well, you should see him working me. He's working me right this minute.
Oh yeah, AC3AV. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but we're too close. Too far away for a ground wave and too far away for skip. It's like 11. It's like CB. We're just out of the. Yeah, like 17 meters. The only darn state I haven't got is South Carolina.
See, I think I'm not seeing him. I'm seeing you. Didn't you just say 7-3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing you. I'm calling you right now.
Well, I'm not seeing you. You'd be
right.
seeing him, not me.
All right. Well, I just moved down to the other end here.
No, he's called in CQ now. The guy I was working.
Yeah, I don't see him. All I see is you.
PU2Y. Well, I'm going to call CQ, see if you can see me.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn mine off. So I'm sitting idle.
Well, I'm calling CQ now on 1395.
Not showing up.
Nah, I don't think you'd see me.
Nope.
I worked Joseph the other day.
I spoke to Joseph on sideband on 20.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the first time we've ever spoke on HF. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but we were able to actually talk to each other.
Yeah, when the band's going short.
Yeah.
That's probably the middle of the day. Was it the middle of the day?
It was like early evening, I think.
Okay.
No, it was late afternoon, I think.
Yeah, late afternoon, yeah.
I told him a good band for that might be like 80 or something. 80 is kind of a shorter hop.
Yeah.
80 would be good in the evenings, and 80.
Yeah, well, yeah, it'd have to be like late.
40 starts off short. Well, 40 starts off long, then goes short, and then goes long again. Right. So I work a friend of mine who lives up in the Panhandle on 40, and I can usually get him somewhere between 4 and 6. But that's when the band goes short, and after that the band goes long again, and I can hear people working him, but I can't work him. Yeah, according to the PSK reporter, 10 meters is going really long.
Okay, the space weather just came back up. Yeah, look at that. We're at 150. So that's gone from 133 to 150.
Yeah.
And our K index is 2, which is still pretty good.
It's a bit noisy.
It's a bit, but it's not bad.
And I really don't know what the rest of them are. I should.
Well, some of them don't even matter really, but you know, I look at the sunspot numbers and stuff, but I follow all, I read space weather like Fox News. I mean, I like every 2-3 times a day, I check that to see what's going on. It's kind of like one of my news sources. And so, you know, I try to stay up as much as I can on all that stuff. I love space weather.
Which you watch, spaceweather.com?
Yeah, spaceweather.com. There's
did
also
you see the sun quakes.
Yes, I did actually.
That was impressive.
That's in the newsletter.
Oh, was it? Oh, I haven't read the newsletter this week yet.
It's a good one. I got a good website in there this week. I've got a couple of good things. There's some good information about like prepper frequencies and stuff I put in there, and the eclipse stuff. It's a good one this week.
Yeah, I'll read it tomorrow.
I'm trying very hard to put out a quality newsletter every week. I mean, I start working on it usually around Wednesday. I collect stuff for it. I just get it all worked in there. I know it takes a long time. So what I'm trying to do is just have the quality there going forward so that a couple years from now, when everything takes off, it takes so long for things to get going, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in ham radio. It's almost like there's just always this ice on everything. It's like nothing ever moves. It's just, I don't know. I think it's part of it is just to end up, it's the problem of most of the people that are in ham radio are retired, you know, and they're in that mode, you know. And
Well,
they're
that's the
doing
same with a
other
lot of
stuff.
hobbies, though. You know, it's not just ham radio. You know, I belong to the model sailing club, and they're all retired or mostly, and you know, a lot of, I guess, people are retiring earlier, or you know, people retired now don't vegetate anymore. They get out and do stuff, I guess, because television is so crap. But it is the case. I think there's a lot of retired people doing stuff. So all the hobbies are kind of moving that way.
Yep. TV's just gotten to be crap.
Oh, unbelievable.
We're doing three things right now to alleviate the TV problem. Number one, we got rid of all of our cable boxes. All four of them, got rid of them, take them away. Xfinity X1 system, go buy. And we bought TiVo boxes, or not TiVo. Isn't that what it is? What is it? Roku. We bought Roku boxes.
Oh, okay.
$35 a piece. Put them in each of the rooms. Actually, the last two TVs I bought, I just bought the smart TV, and I didn't have to even bother with it. These Roku boxes are great. We've signed up for a bunch of free services, Tubi and a bunch of them, YouTube, and then we rotate through Hulu and Netflix and what's another one? Well, right now I'm doing Paramount Plus because I'm watching Star Trek, that new Strange New Worlds. A lot of this new Star Trek's been shit, but I got to tell you guys, the new Strange New World series that just started, it started right out of the bag. It's good. So I like it. I'm going to go ahead and continue paying for Paramount Plus for a few months and see how it goes. Anyway, but yeah, we got rid of cable, and I can still stream everything I want to stream. I can still see everything I want to see. Do you know what my wife and I watch about 90% of the time? YouTube. I have found that I like watching people like this, like what we're doing here on YouTube, personal broadcasting, people that are doing just like microbreweries. Well, we're micro broadcasting. We're doing small shows for smaller audiences, and we're more interactive, and we have chat rooms and things like that. And we're watching a lot of that kind of stuff. I've been watching a lot of civil rights stuff, a lot of First Amendment stuff. You know, something else I've found very interesting. There's one on there called Fascinating Horror, and it's just some guy over in the UK, and he's really good, and he does all these there's stories about all the bad fires and bad horror things that have happened, train wrecks, but I've enjoyed it. I love documentaries about stuff, and so I find that that the best way to find good TV is to not turn on your TV, to go to YouTube and watch people that are putting in their own time and their own money and their own energy into building and making shows, and try those. A good example of that is weather coverage with Ryan Hall, y'all.
Oh yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all. That's good. Yeah.
Awesome. The best weather coverage, better than Weather Channel, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And probably better than Fox Weather. This guy is he is there commercial free, wall to wall, and he's covering it hard. He's got people working with him. They've got the best radars, and it's constant and it's going on. I've become hooked on Ryan Hall, y'all. And there's just a lot of really good ones out there. A lot of podcasts I watch, like I'll give you an example of one that I like is here, I'll put it up over here. The Spaghetti Models page, which is actually one of the hurricane sites that I use.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. And it's a guy. It's not, he's not putting up it's not like a big commercial thing that's putting up ads every 5 minutes, like we have to do at work. This is something that this guy's just putting this out, and here, this is what I'm talking about. It's called Mike's Weather Page.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite pages in the whole world. Mike has a little show he does on here called The Daily Brew. I watch that during hurricane season. I kind of go away from this when we're out of season. But as soon as we start having things popping up on this map right here, or this one, either one, I will start watching his podcast every day, because I like his in-depth analysis of each of the models. I also like, he's got all the models right here. Look at this. You want to see the GFS model? You just click that. You go right here, and now I can use my left and right arrow keys. And look at this. I can just work my way back and forth through the models. What great, amazing resources this guy has on his website.
Yeah, I like that one. I keep him separate. I like some of the amateur radio YouTube stations as well. I quite like Temporary Offline. I don't know if you've seen that one. Well, the guy builds a lot of kits, and I like building stuff. So I like that one. The ham radio dude is kind of okay. But I like doing the
the ham 2.0 guy. I've watched a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, he's getting well, I don't know. He's like
he's getting kind of commercial, where he's doing mostly product reviews and all that kind of stuff. And I prefer more of the wires and solder and smoke and things like that.
Yeah, me too. But he's good. And then I used to watch Ham Nation, but that's moved to another channel now. But that's kind of, I don't know.
I wanted to show you guys this one. This is called solar.w5mmw.net. I don't know if it's another ham or who it is, but it looks like a call sign. That looks like a call sign. But anyway, this is actually the one that I'm using for our page now. It's a great, it's great. It updates automatically. You can see here it's the same values as the other one. And I like this little plot here, so you can see the rise that just happened. And you can actually go there. Boom, there it is. That was the last observed at 133. We're up here right now. So when this thing replots again, you can see we've had two pretty big rises here on the solar flux. So anyway, and then down here's the other stuff. Your KP index is right there. So anyway, that was another one that I use. And let's see, what else do I got up here? Oh, Coast to Coast AM. You got to have that on your website list, of course. That's the middle of the night show on my station. I love that show. It's all UFOs and ghosts and fun stuff. Let's see here. What else do I got in here? That's about what I got there. Oh, the search for lost Nazi gold tonight on Coast to Coast. Let's see here.
Maybe
I'll tell you what, I like Weather Underground. I tend to use it, but it has gone downhill for years. Used to be the best weather site ever, and now it's just turned into another crappy website. But I do still like the fact that I can just go click near a station, it comes up to me, and then I like to go to the 10-day forecast. And you guys will probably find this looks familiar. This is actually the one that I use for the newsletter that I put out. I actually capture this. I love this graphic. This graphic tells you everything you need to know about the weather, literally. I mean, if you look at it, it's got everything. It's got dew point, feels like the temperature. It's got cloud cover, chance of precipitation, chance of snow, humidity, pressure, precipitation, hourly, and at the bottom, it's got wind, speed, and direction. And it's for every hour of every day for the next 10 days. I don't know. I like it. This is the
How
one I put
accurate
in
is
the
it?
newsletter. Well, it's based on whatever the standard forecasts. I mean, it's based on the published forecasts.
Okay.
As far as I don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
but to like
but
today, it said 15% chance of rain, and pretty much here we had rain from 1 o'clock onwards.
yeah, there was part of the county today that got no rain, and there was part that got a severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got a
Yes,
thunderstorm.
east central Cape Coral had some hail falling right near the Midpoint Bridge. It was pretty bad today. And what's funny is it just had some light rain here. It was we're at the radio museum. I can see it.
Yes.
What you guys got going on there?
We've mostly finished up, but we were making ballons.
Nice.
Yeah, they mostly, but this is one of the. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn this around. So there's
there
one.
you go.
So it's a 1-to-1 balance transformer. Is what the term is for it, and I built one. It was my first time building one, and I got an A.
So is it a current? Is it a current one or a voltage one?
Current,
Okay.
and it's got some RG 390, 391 or something on it. So it only handles 100 watts, but I may add it to my setup because apparently it has some cool benefits that I had not had before without one. So
How cool is it that you guys have your meetings and your tech stuff in a radio museum? I'm pissed and jealous.
That is cool.
Pretty sweet. They got a lab back here, I think. I don't know if I'm allowed back here or not, but I'm going anyway.
Yeah, he who dares wins.
Just beg for
Whoa.
forgiveness. That's what I've always done.
Yeah, me too.
Tubes in there.
Way easier. Way easier.
Oh my
There's
God,
something
that's
up-
all-
this thing is full of tubes.
Oh wow, it's tubes.
For the chips.
No, tubes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said chips. You could get a fortune for them.
Well, if they don't
Well,
figure
like
out
every-
this chip shortage, we're gonna be back to tubes again.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Whoa.
anime
I've never been back here before.
interstate.
Whoa. Hey, we have that oscilloscope.
There you go.
It's a Tektronix, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it looks.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I've got one of those.
Here's their test bench or workstation or something. I didn't even know this was back here. Wow.
It's amazing what you find when you're trespassing.
Whoa. Nice. Do they got cameras in here? I don't see any cameras. Okay, we're good. Potentiometer, 20 to 10K. Well, that's not what's in here.
That's close.
Wow.
Yeah, that's to confuse foreigners. That's why they do that.
What are you gonna do?
Ew, wow, look at all this stuff. It's like the swap shop in here, but organized.
Yeah.
It's the organized version.
It'd be,
This thing
well,
is a tester for tubes.
yeah.
Yep, that's a tube tester.
Yeah.
There's a variac.
They'll burn a hole in your skin if you're not careful.
Wow, look what they're doing here. Wow, look at this. Look how the wires are all brown. Imagine having to see where a wire goes on this thing.
Wow.
Oh,
Man,
that
that-
looks like a steam radio. That's got some kind of big.
I think you light a fire in the front.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It's on its side. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
what is that thing up there? Oh, it's a clock. Is it a clock?
What
No,
the hell? No, that's a selector of some kind, isn't
that's
it?
some kind of projector, isn't it? Is it?
It
No,
looks to me
it's
like
got,
a
metal
selector.
plates.
Oh, is that a coil? That's a
Yeah.
coil.
I think it is.
That might be a spark generator.
It might be. 'Cause- Yeah, they might be.
Got a hand crank on the front.
Yeah,
Could
that's
it
a
be
spark.
some kind of? Oh my God, that's a hand crank radio.
Yeah, you'd better
Whoa.
crank that and work
It's
Marconi.
a spark gap radio. Oh my
Oh,
God.
did I set up the alarm? No, I didn't set up the
Oh, there's an
alarm.
antenna.
Hey, there's my love, Yeagis.
Wow, this place, I didn't know this was back here, man. This is so cool. What do we got in here? Capacitors. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh, I need this. Oh my gosh,
Man,
I got.
these guys are
Oh.
freaking serious, man.
Oh, I want this.
Hide
this be
under the
mine?
bench and they'll lock you in.
Yeah, can I just be locked in here forever?
Yeah, like hide under the bench.
If you
and
lock Joseph in there in the morning, you'd have a radio.
Yeah,
come
I
out,
will.
yeah.
Or some other. I'll have like I'll make a subspace radio or something.
That's right, yeah.
There you go.
It'll work on a band that nobody can receive on, but it'll work.
Work on the band that doesn't exist yet.
yeah, we'll have a new band.
Wow. No, man, that's so cool. I've been missing out. All the cool stuff is back here. Oh, what's this? More radios.
Lunch
More
room.
things being worked on.
Okay, we officially don't have any cool stuff here.
We don't, do we? We're not even coming close
We've got our
to that.
swap shop, which, trust me, I love Joe and I love the swap shop, but it is a Cambodian TV repair shop.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd volunteer if I was living anywhere near there.
Just
Have
an
you
empty
been
room.
Hey, Ian, you ever been on Beaufort Highway in Atlanta?
no, I haven't, but I do go through Atlanta from time to time.
Yeah. And it's used to be full of stuff like that.
See, he's got a ham shop up there too. I don't
Dude,
know why.
This building is like massive. I was hanging out in the front and I thought that was at least 3/4 of the building, but then no, that's like a quarter of the building out in the front. The rest of it's all back here.
Oh, Jesus, if you run into a food court, get me some fries.
Yeah, there's probably like a whole mall hiding back here.
Oh my God.
People's offices. This is full of books. What are these books about? The golden age of RCA.
I was going to say, I bet radios.
Yeah.
Transistor manual. Here's radios. Radios first 75 years. Wow, this is like, dude, they were hiding all the good stuff back here.
Probably a reason for that.
Yeah. Oh, more.
Oh, my goodness.
What is this thing? Oh, this is like a Bearcat
That's a scanner.
police
Yeah.
scanner or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man,
That would have had the little plug-in crystals.
what is that?
That's a minute or two. I carried that exact pager for years. Had the same charger too. Yeah, that's a voice pager. It goes off when you get a fire. That's a minute or one on the right, and a minute or two. The red one's a minute or two. And yeah, that's a minute or one. I carried one of those for a while too. They were crap. The twos were great though. What it was that when the fire tone would go off, it would open that pager up, and then it would be like a receiver, and you would hear the call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude,
And
man, Ian,
there would be a code that would stand for the two tones that would open it. Like ours was 445 and 446 were our two sets of tones, and they would open up our pagers. And each pager had two sets of tones in it. You had a long tone and a set of two short tones. So that way your administrators could turn theirs at night. They could flip the button over to the right, and it would only alert them if there was a fire. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was two different sets of tones. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, we got to get you down here, up here, Ian, sometime. You got to come by here. We're going to get you up here for Hamfest.
I know, this is crazy.
That's August, isn't it?
Yeah, late August. We'll figure out a way to get you up here because you got to see this in person. There's too much ham radio here for you to not come by. I don't know if they're going to.
Ham radio and rockets.
What is this stuff? More tubes.
Oh my Lord.
More tubes. Wow. There's ooh, is that what I think that is?
CRT. That's a CRT.
Yeah.
Cathode ray tube.
I wonder if that's like a what do they call it? A tuning eye or something?
Yeah.
Remember those? It's like a green little circle that fills in as you get closer to the signal.
Oh yeah, trust in me. Trust in me.
Wow, Motorola transistor pocket portables.
Oh wow! Look at
Ah,
that!
wow.
It's the whole display.
Just your pocket.
Is there
phone
something-
Holy crap!
on AM radios.
Wow. Man, there is so much to even out here. You thought there was a lot out here, man. There's we got this is where they host the thing. They have the stage up here.
That and just to say, I'm just going to say it. That's a beautiful facility. They have done
Isn't it
an
just?
amazing job with that facility.
They
It's
really,
just amazing. And here's the little. This is my favorite room right here.
they've added some more equipment since I've been here last.
I like that they actually built the shack within the building.
Yeah, it's like the little. It's got windows and everything. It's got a door.
You gotta have a shack.
Yeah, that's right. Collins,
See here.
KWM2A, what it looks like.
AF game. Is it AF or? I'm not exactly sure how to turn the
Is
speaker.
that Collins, isn't it? Is that Collins?
Shout
On.
Collins,
Yeah.
Yeah.
KWM2A is what it is.
I guess the antennas are probably disconnected. I hope they are.
Let's
anyway.
go to.
No, I think that he told me last time. I think a lot of that stuff is working. It's sitting there ready to go.
Yeah, but I would reckon they disconnect the antennas, though, wouldn't they? Because of
Oh yeah, probably.
lightning and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is disconnected right now. Yeah, it's disconnected.
Yeah.
Either that or the bands are awful quiet.
No, the
That's a
coax.
Yaesu rotator there, isn't it?
Oh man.
Yeah.
On the left,
Why
yeah.
didn't you guys tell me the screen was still locked on that screen? All this time I thought I had him featured and he's on some little screen. Jesus.
That's okay. We could still see.
I know, but you guys got to yell at me when I do stupid shit like that.
Well, whenever
Well,
I
we'd
talk,
be yelling
it would
all the
go center.
time if we did that.
I know, but it needs to happen.
Whenever I talked, it would go center. So most of it was probably full screen.
Yeah.
Like,
It was good. Oh, there's
Oh,
an
it's
SB200 amplifier there on the left.
where's that on the left?
Left of the monitor. Go right. That's it. No, go right there. That's an SB200.
Oh, man. Yeah, how about that?
Is it? Oh yeah, here we go.
Heath
SB220.
kit.
Oh, 220. Yeah, okay. Well, it's a 200 series. I was close.
2KW.
Yeah.
Run that 2KW. Gotta get down.
That'll thing will wake you up if you wag your hands around inside.
Uh,
3,500 volts DC.
lucky to
Pretty
see-
cool. Then they got the whole kitchen over here. So like, they had coffee set out.
Wow, you doing field day from there?
They do field day from the Space and Rocket Center, actually.
All right. Yeah, of course. But you use the rockets to put the antennas up?
I wish. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but 160-meter dipole up at several thousand feet would be kind of cool. wouldn't it?
Oh man.
I've had an interest lately with something that I thought would be kind of cool. It wouldn't be that expensive, dude. I want to figure out how to do something with a balloon, right? Why can't you take a balloon and just float up a really thin wire?
Well, why
And just
why
let
mess
the
around with
balloon
the-
hold it up?
Why not use 2 droids or 3 droids and then you can make them directional? You can
Well,
have a
no, I
rotate.
agree with that, but I'm talking about something that you could float up there and just leave it up for the day and not have to, fly it and fuel it and everything else.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that. Just get a weather balloon and you could do
Yeah.
a vertical. You could easily use a weather balloon. Those things are not that expensive. Weather balloon, and you could have a vertical that was size you want.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
you've got to
Well-
get some kind of FAA permission to stick those things up. Because
No,
you'd have to tether it, wouldn't you, somehow or other? 'Cause otherwise,
Well,
you can't.
the bottom of the antenna. I mean, all I'm looking
Yeah.
at doing is floating the end of an end-fed antenna up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you still need radios
need-
or a counterpoise.
no. Yeah, you could. you could have that. You could have all of that up there. It'd be fine. But
You could
you don't
even
need
do a
FAA
dipole
approval
even.
unless you don't need FAA approval unless you're actually releasing the balloon. So it'll go way up. You know, if it's just going to be,
Oh, if you're
I mean,
tethering it, you're okay. Okay.
yeah, you can go up like 1,000 feet. I mean, you can go pretty high with stuff without needing FAA approval. Just make sure, you know, you're
I
not
thought
in
it
the
was like
flight
200
path.
feet or something. I didn't think you'd go very high.
400 feet. So I would.
I must
think-
admit, I'm not.
Well, I had this fascination a while back.
So
with
how does this
160.
place make money?
Well, it's not currently open. So once it's open, it's going to be a museum and you'll get a
Oh, you
ticket.
pay,
I
you
guess.
pay to go in.
Yeah, you pay to go in, and then I guess they'll either have like a guide. I'm not sure what their plan is. It's either free roam to walk around and look, or they may have a guide. Or they're also, I do believe they are going to do like presentations and stuff. I did see on their website they had some information where they were going to do like talks about Marconi and stuff like that. There may be other shows they put on.
Well,
I want this. I think I may just walk home with this.
It looks
Yeah,
to me
right.
like this thing could
want
make
that.
It looks like that place looks like it's fairly expensive to keep going.
I would
I
imagine
know.
so. But I guess they think they'll make money once they open. I mean,
Is it
I
owned by
don't
the
know.
local?
Well,
local
they already
municipalities?
they already have to have things going pretty good. I mean, it already took quite a bit of funding just to get to this point. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of collections in here, and oh my goodness.
Get what they
I was
call it.
watching a video about this transceiver the other day. This thing's made out of metal.
I think that's an all mode 2-meter transceiver.
I don't think it's all mode. I'm pretty sure it's just FM. Yeah, VHF FM. I was thinking about getting one of these for my mobile, but I thought the power output was like low.
Yeah.
But this is one of the originals where you still had a where is it? Maybe that was it. You had like an RIT adjustment because it didn't have like a frequency controlled or temperature controlled oscillator or whatever. So it drifts a little bit. Well, this place is, ooh, what's this? Oh, what's this?
A 2AT. I got one of those.
Oh my God. Who owns this stuff, man? I come in here and take a lot of this off. What is this?
IC2AT.
IC2AT. What is this? VHF?
2 meters. 2
2
meter.
meters.
And then you had a 3AT and a 4AT. And I've got those too.
Man, I love these old handhelds.
They're made like bricks.
Man, I want that.
That's what they
I
call
doubt
it.
any of this is for sale, but man. Here's a CB.
Oh God, I think I had that one.
Radio check.
I had that one. It
TRT
pulls way out.
216.
That antenna has 2 coils. It pulls way out.
Oh yeah, I
And,
got one of these at home.
Those things are wonderful for talking to somebody in the next bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, I
On a
have
good
one of
day.
those-
If the 14 batteries were still strong enough.
I have a similar model. It's also a Radio Shack, not the same one, but I did a test around my neighborhood with it, and they work okay. You could talk around your neighborhood, but that's about it. Well, actually, no, it was more comparable to like a VHF handheld. Actually,
Really?
I didn't go outside the neighborhood, but I rode around the neighborhood on the scooter with this, and I would transmit back to the shack, and I would record the audio, and it seemed to be performing pretty well. I mean, you could definitely talk all over your neighborhood with one. It was like 2.5 watts, I think, was what I had it at. It would work okay for neighborhood communications, but I don't think they were much good for much else than that.
Well, I think the biggest downfall those little CBs have is the fact that they're on AM and you know how it is with AM.
Well, the other side of that is the antennas are quarter wave and there's no counterpoise on them. So they
Yeah. They're relying on your body.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people around here in our club, they started putting on the 2 meter ones, they put 19-inch little tails coming off
Yeah.
the ground.
Tiger tails.
Counterpoise.
Yeah.
Tiger tails. Yeah, a counterpoise, and that seems to make them much better.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say 73s to you guys for now. I'll probably get back on as I'm headed home, but I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody here IRL. So I'm gonna bow out for a minute, but I should be back.
All right. Well, we'll be on for a few more minutes, but
Well-
we've done our 3 hours here, so we're gonna be saying good night soon. I'm reaching
Yeah.
it here, but
Well, I'm gonna say good night now. So I'll see you all next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we got swap shop tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, 7-3.
Good night, all.
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and call it if you guys want. It's been 3 hours. I do appreciate everybody coming in and helping out, and we'll do it again next week. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and stop the live stream. So everybody on YouTube, have a good